Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and this is part 2 of my interview with my mother. And if you hadn't watched part 1 yet, you can go back on my channel Chapter Talks with Sid and watch it. So let's continue with the rest of the video.
Which is my favorite genre now. So again, I read a lot of mixed stuff right now. I like reading historical things. It could be historical non-fiction, reading about specific places and their history or people and their lives, like autobiography and memoirs. Or they could be historical fiction, that is just fictional stories that is set in an older time. So even though the story is there, the story is completely fiction, you can also learn about the times and how people behaved a certain way and how that culture evolved and all that. So I love history right now a lot. I have been reading a lot of philosophical fiction, like I told you, just read the Philip Pullman book and all of that, where different ideas are being talked about. So yeah, I'm reading a lot of stuff like that now. It's sort of veering towards non-fiction. I'm not into non-fiction a lot, but even the fiction I read, I like to have more non-fictional content in it.
So you've read a lot in this lockdown, like you said. So how many books have you read in April?
I think I finished about 9 or 10 books in April. I had done a small, on my Instagram handle is The Archness. I have a highlight called books, and I keep adding the list of books that I finished every month. So my April list of books will be there. So I think it is 10 books.
So which is your favorite child author?
I'd have to say Enid Blyton because I grew up on Enid Blyton. So for me, my favorite children's author, my all-time favorite is Enid Blyton for sure. And I genuinely think it's also because she's a British writer, right? She's an English writer, not an American writer. And so when you grow up reading beautiful British English, the way the ideas are put and the way the sentences flow, I think they are a lot more beautiful. Again, it's what you are used to, like I'm used to, which is also why a lot of strong American writing doesn't get to me much.
So let's move on to the last question. It is, which is your favorite book movie? A movie that was taken from a book.
A grown-up book or children's book? Children's book, I don't know, can we consider Lord of the Ring or Hobbit's children's book? But if we can, then I think that will be a beautifully done version of the book. I think Harry Potter did quite a lot of justice to the books as well. Though I'm not a huge fan of the movie or the book or the universe itself, I don't mind it. Like, I'm not against Harry Potter. I think the writing is decent and it's good. It gets involved into reading and keep reading the next book, and that's a good thing. And I do think because J.K. Rowling herself is involved in the movie making as well, she's done a lot of justice to the book as well. Do you have any favorite book movies?
No, I don't. I've not seen many book movies, but
what about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, I like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That is a book I've read so many times, and a movie I've seen many times.
And you like, I do believe that Charlie and the Chocolate Factory actually did justice to the book as well. One question I have for you is, what are your favorite genres to read at this time?
So
not genre, books. It's like a series of books that you like to read.
I like graphic novels.
Yeah.
Mainly. Then
if there are people 10-year-old, 11-year-olds out there who want to read graphic novels, because the problem with graphic novels is a lot of parents who have not read graphic novels might think anything that is in comic form is safe for children, but it's not. Graphic novels have a lot of very grown-up content. So if they wanted to know what graphic novels is okay for 10-11-year-olds to read, what would you recommend?
So I have read a lot, and if they're looking for superheroes, and then a lot of superhero comics even I can't read, but then there are Spider-Man comics which I just read. I just finished 2. Then there are Parshu comics, which are Indian comics about an Indian superhero. Then I'll suggest for humor, I should suggest this Garfield.
Garfield has started coming all the strips together in omnibuses, right? And they have a lot of volumes also. Yeah. So if you do get into Garfield, there are volumes and volumes and volumes out there.
Then another one is Asterix. So it is about Asterix,
Yes.
Asterix and Obelix, two gods, and about their adventures fighting the Romans.
What about Tintin? Did you like
Yeah.
Tintin?
I like Tintin, but
Do you
not
like
that
Tintin
much.
more or Asterix more?
Asterix.
Oh, when we were growing up, it was a constant fight. Team Tintin versus Team Asterix. But I was a Team Tintin, by the way, not an Asterix. So, anything else that you'd like to sum up?
No.
No? And how did you get into reading? A quick roundup, because that was the first question you asked me.
Yeah, so I've read a lot of books a lot of times. I made Amma read a lot of them to me. So some are like Gruffalo.
I don't mean what book started into reading. I also do check out that video. It's again a chapter talks video that Sid has done about what are his first books. These are also books that I highly recommend for parents who are thinking of what books would be good to get children into reading. But what got you interested into reading in the first place?
So whenever I was like coming from school, whenever anybody was bored, they just read a book. So it just
So you also, like me, thought
Yeah.
it's a normal thing to do as a
Yeah.
child. Anything else that we did that made you interested into reading?
I don't remember.
What about your nighttime? Just the
Yeah,
reading?
yeah. So Amma used to read to me in all the nights before going to sleep. So like that, I slowly started with small books. Then I got into little bigger books like Hutton's Dilemma. So like that, I just started reading on my own.
Why do you think when parents read to their children, be it nighttime stories, or be it in, I remember we used to read it other times also when you were
Yeah.
very little and you were bored and you did not know what to do and you did not have any TV screen time.
Yeah.
You would just bring me a book and say, okay, will you read me a story? So my question is, what do you think? Why do you think when parents read to children? Because from a child's perspective, I can have theories about it, but from your perspective, why do you think when we sit down and read and look at pictures and laugh and all that, it makes you more interested and want to read more and more?
Yeah, because we see that the parents also like reading, so maybe we should try it out.
Okay.
And then we slowly start reading books, and then we start liking it because it's normal. As I said,
Okay.
it gets normal because
Okay.
everybody is reading. The parents are reading to us with interest and everything.
Alright.
So then I guess we'll wrap up. So that was Chapter Talks with Sid. So I hope I see you soon in another video. And so all of you, please stay home and keep reading. And also please like and subscribe our channel. Bye.